The wealthy man never imagined his wife worked as a waitress at his own hotel. While the other female employees rushed over to flatter him, a customer's child suddenly started choking on food. Yet every one of those waitresses chose to ignore the emergency. Only his wife hurried forward to help the child. With the woman's assistance, the child coughed up the stuck food. The grateful customer thanked her repeatedly. The woman suddenly suffered a hypoglycemic spell from squatting for too long. Fortunately, the wealthy man caught her just in time. He was upset because she was already pregnant and wanted her to stay home and focus on her pregnancy. But the woman mistakenly thought he was ashamed of her waitress job. The supervisor grew jealous that she had caught the wealthy man's attention and tried to fire her. The wealthy man erupted in anger, stating she was the only one who helped the customer, and the indifferent staff were the ones who deserved to be fired. The manager quickly stepped in to smooth things over. He announced that the employees who had ignored the child would lose their bonuses and that the woman would receive a $10,000 reward. The wealthy man only left the hotel after hearing this resolution. The manager had no idea they were married. He only thought the wealthy man seemed interested in the woman and decided to use her to win his favor. He lured her to a private room at a bar by offering her 10 times her usual salary. Then, using work as an excuse, he also invited the wealthy man to the bar. When the wealthy man spotted his wife inside the lounge, he thought she would take any job just to earn money. The woman tried to leave, but the manager forced her back into her seat. He told her she could leave as long as she made a toast to the wealthy man. She had no choice but to lift her wine glass, but her pregnancy made her feel overwhelmingly nauseous. She immediately put the glass down and ran to the restroom. The wealthy man burned with anger. He ordered his assistant to stay behind and discipline the manager. He then headed to the bar entrance to wait for his wife. When she came out of the restroom, he demanded to know why she insisted on working. When they had gotten married, he had given her an unlimited black card. He had kept receiving transaction alerts from the black card lately. He assumed she only worked the service jobs to pretend she was humble and unmaterialistic. What he didn't know was that her stepsister had stolen the card, and she hadn't spent any of that money. When the woman heard him accuse her of being gold digging, deep disappointment washed over her. She told him that once the baby was born, she would divorce him and would never take a penny from him. After saying that, she walked away. That night, the wealthy man sat on the bed and pretended nothing had happened while waiting for her to come to bed. But as soon as she walked into the room, she reached for her pillow. She said that since he thought she was materialistic, she didn't deserve to sleep beside him. He tried to stop her, saying that parents who didn't get along would negatively affect the baby's development. She snatched the pillow away and said they had never loved each other in the first place. Then she stormed out of the room. The wealthy man laid back down, pretending he did not care at all, but the bed was filled with her scent. The next morning, he wondered why she still hadn't come downstairs for breakfast. A maid told him that she was still angry and wouldn't come downstairs as long as he was there. For the sake of the baby, he reluctantly got to his feet. He instructed the maid to keep a close eye on her and not let her go back to work. The maid immediately agreed. As soon as he left, she came downstairs to the dining room. After learning that her husband had forbidden her from working, she became anxious because she worried she would have no money after their divorce. While the maid wasn't paying attention, she quietly slipped out of the mansion.